Hey everybody, it's time again for another Here for Gear. This time we're going to talk about our Guzzle H2O Stream Overlander package system. Why are we going to talk about this? Well, first off, it's super important to have clean water. The longer you can stay afield if you have clean water. And having clean water source is important. Not just filtered water, but purified water as well. And that's what's so great about the Guzzle H2O system. It filters water down to 0.5 microns, which is almost as good as city water. In fact, most water treatment facilities that don't use reverse osmosis go down to 1 to 0.5 microns. If you compare that to a Camco RV filter, which is 20 microns, there's no comparison. So at 0.5 microns, you're removing all sediments, plus things like viruses and bacteria. Heavy metals and those kinds of things. Not only does it filter those particulates out of the water, but then it uses UV light to filter the water to make it safe for drinking. Probably safer than a lot of residences have from their city water source. So we're going to talk about the Guzzle H2O. Super important to have clean water source. We got this system before our trip to Alaska because we knew that there'd be times when a clean, purified water source was not going to be available. Whether it was early in the year or late in the year, a lot of campgrounds are closed. The water is shut off. And then just finding a clean water source isn't very easy all the time, especially in remote areas. So having a system like this, as long as we have a lake or a stream or a river, a flowing water source that is fresh water, we can get purified and filtered drinking water for cooking, cleaning, and drinking. So what is in the Guzzle system? Well, we kind of went overboard with the Overlander pack. Not a cheap system, but a lot cheaper than a visit to the hospital if you have Giardia and those kinds of things. But it came with a nice bag, keep the whole thing in. The main system itself is in this Pelican case. It includes the filter, the UV light, the pump, and the battery, and it's all self-contained. There's an input and an output on the side. Then, of course, we have two hoses. One that is the dirty water with the pre-filter on the outside. This system comes with another particulate filter for finer particulates, and then the rough water particulate. But this is your dirty side water. And that plugs in, color-coded, to the side of your Guzzle that is red or orange and snaps in place with quick connects. On the other side of your bag is your clean water hose. We have two of them with the Overland bundle. We have a short hose we're going to use today to demonstrate. And then we have a 35-foot hose that can stretch 35 feet away. So if you couldn't get the van right down here by the water source, you can use the shorter hose and use jerry cans, or use the van and get it close enough so you can fill the tank directly. So this is pretty simple. You keep the clean hose, and it's blue, and it goes in the quick connect for the blue side. We're going to use this empty water jug, and we're going to fill some water at about 1 gallon a minute out of the Resurrection River, which is the glacier melt from the exit glacier just outside of Seward, Alaska. We'll get it down here by the water. Toss that in the river. It's best if it's submerged. See if that's enough. Then turn the power on the unit. In pretty short order, once the air is out of the system, start to pump clean, filtered, purified water. Like I said, about a gallon a minute, and one pump or one charge off of this will pump about 35 gallons of water. There we go. So the Guzzle H2O Stream system, a lifesaver when you need clean water, keeps you filled that much longer. That's this episode of Here for Gear. Thanks everyone.